So that means in India, if we talk about the small business, there are a number of schemes and institutions that are established in order to support the small entrepreneurs or the small business. So if you don't have that financial support to implement that idea or to start a business, so that is one of the biggest challenges that the people they face. How the small business that can be done without harming the environment into a large extent, and also how to practice the green business. Hello dear student, welcome to the session. My name is Krupa MD, faculty in the Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. So I welcome you all to the 5th semester in your final year BCom. So here we have a subject that is small business management, that is for the 5th semester for the BCom students. So here generally when we say it is the small business, so the small business are those which are usually the independently owned and operated, usually with a limited number of employees. So and relatively they'll have low investment compared to the large organization. But these small business or the small entrepreneurs that plays a vital role in the economic development of a country by creating your employment opportunities, by contributing to the overall GDPs of a nation. So the small business, so that we consider, which is usually the independently owned and operated business. So in the subjects you are going to study about these, how the small business management is done, what are the MSME framework that we have in India, and how the small entrepreneurs, what are the schemes and facilities, and how the overall Indian startup ecosystem that is there in India, how Indian economy is opening up to the startups and also the digital India. So we'll study all about on this subject. So in the today's sessions, we'll see about what are the course outcome, and then what are the units that we have, and what are the maximum marks that is allocated, and the question paper patterns, and if you're going for any reference textbooks, what are the textbooks that are available for the reference. So first we'll see what are the course outcomes here. So it can understand the structure, characteristics and economic importance of small business. So we all know that how the small business, for example, you talk about any the kirana shops or any small entrepreneurs having their own event management companies or any other small business, how these contribute to the economic development of those nations. So you can understand the structure of small business, what are the characteristics are there, and how it is important for economy of a country to have the small business. Then you can develop the skills to identify and evaluate the business opportunities. So after studying this, you can have different ideas, or you can develop and identify what are the areas that where you can be a future entrepreneurs, where you can start a small business, where you can grow into a large business in the future. Then prepare the business plan and feasibility reports. So as entrepreneurs, when they go for starting a business, how to create a proper business plan, and also to know the feasibility. Also to know what is your idea and how to implement that idea to the business, so that also you can understand here. So apply the functional management principles in the small enterprises. So usual, what are the management functions are there, be it the planning, organizing, staffing, or the executions, all these functional management, how it can be implemented in the small business as well as for the small entrepreneurs. So analyze the government policies, support systems and institutional framework. So in India, what are the government policies that are available? For example, if we talk about the Mudra Yojana, and also if we talk about the MSME, what are the MSME Act, it is implemented, how it will benefit the small business or small scale industries, so that we can understand here. And address the challenges and adopt innovative strategies to sustainable growth. So how the small business, they can adapt themselves to the changing technology or to create an innovative technology, and how to use to conduct their business in a sustainable way. That is, ability to sustain in an environment, how in that boundary they can create their business. So you can understand after you study this subject. So first we'll see what are the units that we are going to learn on this in the small business management. So the first unit, it is all about the foundation or the introduction of the small business. So the first unit, it is the foundation of small business. So usually in every subjects that you take, your first unit always will be about the introduction to that subject. What is small business, how it is categorized, what are the characteristics of that small business that we have, all the basics things that you will see it in the first unit. So first we'll see the introduction, the concept, definition, characteristics and evolutions, how the small business has evolved over the years. Then another important topic that we have, it is what are the role that small business they play in the economic development of a nation. So when we talk about a country's overall growth, it is not just about the MNCs, or it is not just about the large companies or the large business. It is at the lower level, that is at the village level, what are the small business are they, how they are growing in the economy. So that will overall lead to the economic development of a nation. So that we'll study here, what are the roles of small business in the economic development. Then we have important classification, that is micro, small, medium enterprises. So that is your MSME. So that is micro, small and medium enterprises. In India, we have our MSME Act. So through that, what are the framework or what are the requirement that is made by the government in order to come under the MSME Act. So that we'll study here. Then we'll see the differences between what is entrepreneurs and what is the small business and owner and its scope. And then we have what are the various types of small business that we can see it in the society. So that we have the first unit topics, that is the foundation of small business. Next, coming to the second unit, you will going to study small business environment and the policy framework. So here, when we consider it as environment, that means what are the factors that influence a business. Be it any large business or small business, there are certain internal factors as well as the external factors. For example, you are running a business, whatever the economic or the government policies, or government is changing the policy, automatically that will impact your business. Suppose if the government is changing any tax slab, so that also will directly impact your business. Suppose if a country is going through the inflation or high inflation, obviously the prices of the product that will go up, that will impact your sales. So that means your business, it is always exposed to these environmental factors. So in the second unit, we'll know what are these environmental factors that impact the small business. How there is internal and external factor that impact the small business, and also we'll study about the policy framework. So that means in India, if we talk about the small business, there are a number of schemes and institutions that are established in order to support the small entrepreneurs or the small business. So that we will study what are the institutions that have established by the government, what are the schemes that are given by the government to support the small business. So that we will see it here. So first we'll see what is business environment, that is economic, social, technological, legal and the global factors. So these are the common business environment factors so that impact the business. Next, we have government policies for the small business in India, and then we have institutional support. So there is MSME Ministry and there is SIDBI, that is Small Industrial Development Bank of India, that is specially established in order to support the small industries for their growth. And there is NABARD, that is Regional or the Rural Development Bank, and also there is NSIC. These are the institution that is implemented or that is established specially for the supporting of these small scale and small and medium industries. Next, we have startup ecosystem in India. So what is the ecosystem? Usually, what is the environmental factors or the environmental conditions that is there to have a business in any particular country. So what is that situations, what is that place that is helpful or that is encouraging the youths or encouraging the people to have their own startups. So that you will study here, what is the startup ecosystem in India. And we have a certain the schemes that is launched by the government of India, that is Startup India initiative. Then we have Digital India initiatives. Then what are the financial support system or the support scheme? For example, as I said earlier, Mudra. So that is also the micro unit development regulations authority. So these are the certain schemes that is introduced especially for the development of the small entrepreneurs or the small industries. So these are the, and also certain subsidies are given by the government in order to support the small business. So here in the second unit, you will study about what are the overall environmental or the business environmental factor that influences the small business, and what are the government facilities and the schemes and institutional support for the growth of small business. So now moving on to the third unit, we have establishment and planning of small business. So when a person, when he has an idea, when he wants to have a small business, what are the procedure that he has to go? So what are the steps for establishing a small business? So first we'll have the idea generation, then opportunity identification, then environmental scanning and feasibility analysis. So the overall or the usual stages of starting a business, that is having a initial idea to go with, and then identifying what are the opportunities are there in the market for your ideas, and then doing the environmental scanning, then feasibility analysis. So these are the common procedures that is involved in the establishment of a business. Then we have business opportunity evaluation and risk assessment. So after finding out what are the opportunities are available, you need to know what is the risk and the return involved in that opportunity. So in each decisions or each alternatives, people or the businessmen, they have to carefully analyze what is the risk involved by taking up that business and what is the return that we are getting for taking that risk. So that is the business opportunity evaluation. Then we have business plan. So here what are the different types of business plan that they need to make? One, it is your marketing plan, financial plan, HR plan, and the operational plan. So these are the certain business plan that they need to have. So then we have the project formulations and report preparation. So here we have the location selection, and then most importantly, what are the legal procedures that has to be followed for establishing or for starting a business. So first you need to understand what are the legal requirements are there in order to start a business. So that also we'll see it here. And then we have project appraisal techniques, then financial feasibility and the market feasibility and technical feasibility. So then there comes certain the techniques that is used to appraise the project, that is used to evaluate how the project will work in terms of their financial outcome, in terms of their market outcomes, and in terms of their technical outcomes, how the project will look. So that has to be evaluated. So that we will see it in the third unit. So the third unit, it is all about the procedures or the steps that is involved in starting a business, be it a legal procedure or be it any business plan or be it any project evaluation, how to deal with when they go for starting a business. So that we'll study it in the third unit. So then fourth, we have growth and challenges of small business. So how once the business is started, how it will grow and what are the challenges they'll face when the business enters into any introduction stage or during the growth stage. What are the challenges that the businessmen they'll face? So here we'll see what are the growth strategies. That is, what are the strategies or the policies available for a small business to grow, like the expansion or maybe going for the diversification and also having any franchising or any networking. So next we have digital transformations in small business and how this online business model, how it can be applied in the small business. So next we have innovation and technology adaptation. How the small entrepreneurs or the small business, they'll be able to adopt themselves to the changing technology or innovative ideas. So then we'll study about what are the challenges or the risk that is faced by the small business, be it any financial constraints when they have to, for example, a person when he has an idea. So if you don't have that financial support to implement that idea or to start a business, so that is one of the biggest challenges that the people they face. And then the competitions, when the severe competitions are there in the market, how to overcome that? That is also one of the biggest challenges that the small business they face, and the regulatory issues and the market uncertainties. So what are the government policies? They will keep on changing time to time. How to cope up with those changes, and also there will be every day a new business or the new competitors entering to the market, and also there will be certain the inflationary changes and the interest rate changes. So these are certain economical changes that is happening in the country. So all these uncertainties, how to cope up with the uncertainty. So these are the certain common challenges that is faced by the small businesses. So then last we'll study about the fifth unit, sickness and contemporary issues in the small business management. So what are the contemporary issues that is faced by the small business management? So here, sickness in small business, we'll study about what is sickness, what are its causes, symptoms, and what are its remedial measures. And then we have sustainability and the green business practices. How the small business that can be done without harming the environment into a large extent, and also how to practice the green business. So then we have social entrepreneurships and inclusive growth. How to have that social entrepreneurships and including all the sector, all the section of the society, how they can benefit all these sections in the society. And then we'll see about certain case studies of successful Indian small enterprises. So we can see in the day-to-day life, there are a number of entrepreneurs who have started their business with a small idea and they have grown up into a large business. So here in this one, we can see certain case studies of those successful small entrepreneurs. So then we'll see what is the future of small business in the globalized economies. So how this the small business will contribute to the overall economical growth, as well as it will stand at the global market. So this is the fifth unit, sickness and the understanding sickness and contemporary issues that is faced in the small business management. So this is all the simple 5 units that you will have. So the first unit, it is only the foundations of small business. Second unit, you will all study about how the business environmental factors and the government facilities. And in the third unit, you will study what is the growth strategies of the small business. And then we'll study how to establish the small business and what are the procedures involved there. And then we'll study what are the growth and the strategies and also the challenges faced by the small businesses and what is sickness and contemporary issues in the small business management. This is the overall simple 5 units that we have. So then we'll see the internal. So usually here we'll conduct 2 internals. Each internals will be conducted for 30 marks. So for the internal test 1, we'll include first unit and second unit. And for the internal test 2, so your third unit, fourth unit and fifth unit, that is for the internal 2. So the final marks that will be awarded on the average of 2 internals. So we'll take what is the score marks that the students that you have scored in the first internals and second internals, and average marks that will be taken for the final IA or the internal assessment marks. So usually this one paper, it is for 100. So 80 marks, you are going to write it in the external examination that is conducted by the University of Mysore. Then plus 20 marks, it is the internal assessment marks. So for that 20 marks internal assessment, so here we'll be conducting 2 internals. So each internals will be conducted for 30 marks. So the average of these, so that will be converted into 20. So this is how your examinations or the internal assessment will be done. Next, we have coming to the question paper patterns. So that is in the external examination that you are going to write it for 80 marks, how the question paper patterns will be. So first it is the part A, 5 marks, 4 questions you need to write. So that means you will have 6 questions. In that 6 questions, you need to write any 4 questions. Then coming to the part B, you will have to write 10 marks, 3 questions. So that means usually you will have 5 questions. In that 5, you need to write any 3 questions carrying 10 marks each. Then we have part C, 15 marks. You need to write total 2 questions. Total marks it is 30. So that means you will have 4 questions. In that 4 questions, you need to write any 2 carrying 15 marks each. So you will have total 30. So the overall marks it is external examination that you are going to write, it is for 80 marks. So what are the important topics that will stress more in the sessions or in the revision classes? So you study those questions so that the question topics that you can expect in the examination also. So now we'll see what are the textbooks are available. See, nowadays we can see, we can go to the digital platform where we can see the number of case studies of the successful entrepreneurs. We can see the real stories of them, how they have started, how idea they have generated and how it is implemented through their business and how big successful they became. So we can read all those success stories or the case studies. And apart from this, there are certain textbooks also that is available. One, it is the Bansal P and Bansal R Entrepreneurship Development. Then Roy R Entrepreneurship and Small Business. That is Oxford University Press India. So these are the certain textbooks also available. So apart from this, we'll be sending all the materials through the Google Classroom. So that one also you can refer for your reference. So this is all about the your introduction class, that is introduction to the small business management. So I hope you all understood the overall about the subject, and from the next sessions we'll start with the first unit. So we all meet in the next session. Thank you.